Cool. Anyway, we are on to Lightshade LE for this first map. And we have here spawning in the bottom left. All the way from Malaysia.
Singapore.
All right. Singapore, sorry. Sorry, Blysk. It's Blysk.
And spawning in the top left-hand corner of Lightshade LE, we have the Australian Protoss player, the Red Protoss. He has a festival to go to, so we'll see if he manages to make it through the entire series. It is Frustration. And something pretty interesting. I'm legitimately surprised that Peppy has made it to the qualifying match in the fashion that he has.
I mean, you say surprise, I say it was coming. Long time coming. I mean, yeah, Peppy's been sort of like lurking in the background, you know.
Mm-hmm.
He's been watching all the events. He's been, you know, being on. Oh, he's been in the background. He's been in the Twitch chat, so he knows what these players like to go for.
Mm-hmm.
But so yeah, he's probably said against his opponents.
Yeah, like it's pretty exciting. I know that Peppy, he's kind of like Frustration in that he hasn't been playing too much. You know, for summer, like I believe he played in the qualifiers, but he didn't for fall. It was one or the other. And he hasn't been too active in the online events either. I believe he played in the first iteration of ESL Dare, and that was it, right? Like he hasn't been too active. But it looks like for winter, like he's decided, you know what? It's the end of the year. I'm you know, finally gonna show up, and he's been able to take out the best Protoss player in Southeast Asia in Quantel, and he took out, you know, someone who's regarded very highly in Razorblader.
Yeah, it is quite interesting to see that that's what happened. But you know, upsets have happened. Upsets are happening in this tournament, so hopefully we'll see, you know, maybe some more upsets, you know, happening. But yeah, go.
I would say that along those lines, when it comes to upsets, I'll be very surprised if Frustration is able to do well here against Blysk. Like, that's, like, Blysk, again, talking about upsets, like, he performed really well against Pez, right? Like, and that's crazy. He's also one of these players who isn't too active, and how he's going to do here against Frustration.
Well, for now, we are seeing the Stargate versus the Twilight Council openings of PvP here. None of them proxy, so, you know, we're going to have some proxy DTs. But it is going to be the Blink opening here from Frustration. Ooh. Alright. Well, it looks like both players are going to be even with that Stalker trade. Just getting to the high ground, just in time.
Yeah, they both only lost one Stalker. Blysk was able to keep everything alive. And as you're saying, like, this is a PvP, but they're not mirroring each other. They're not doing the same thing. They do have, you know, their own styles that they're going for.
Yeah. Alright, Oracle first, actually. So, and getting the natural way before Frustration here.
Yeah. Blysk is the first person to expand, and he is going for that Oracle. Oh, it looks like Blysk does spot it with his Pro, but did he see it with his own eyes is the real question. Well, hopefully he has something at home to defend against the Oracle, because he could just lose the entire mineral line there if he's not too careful.
Well, Frustration, he's pushing in. The shield barracks almost finished, so he can try and go for this. Oh my god, that was very close to be...
Yeah, definitely. Like, we do see more Stalkers are being reinforced by Frustration. He also threw down a shield battery in his own mineral line, so the Oracle shouldn't be able to get any economic damage done across the map.
Yeah, and, well, even though, you know, the Oracle was able to get in, and even though the shield battery, I think Frustration used all his warp in at that pylon. Yeah, there's just way too much here for Blysk to deal with.
Yeah.
But 6, 7 probes already going down.
Oh my god, and a slow warping at home as well. It looks like the Oracle was able to use up all the energy for the shield battery and is just able to ravage the mineral line. Meanwhile, yeah, the Stalker's getting a lot of damage done.
Yeah, this is going to be very, very close. Alright, there's a couple more Gates getting in. Oh, he does get 2 of those Stalkers. Now it's 3 against 8 Stalkers here. Yeah, and he's got that shield battery in the mineral line, so he can go back and forth, but he just needs to be careful.
Yeah, like, he just has to wait it out, and I feel like if he does, like, there's only 2 Stalkers here, he's only got 1 active gateway to warp in additional units, and we were talking about the upsets, but is Frustration really gonna do this?
Oh, it looks like he is. I feel like it just might be a timing win here. A second Stalker does get warped in. Blink going to be used. The workers are getting pulled.
Oh my god, he depowers everything in the main.
Yeah, well, Arthur's pylon.
Yo, the Stalkers are actually getting pretty low.
Yeah, they are.
Oh my god, they're getting so low that the probes, they almost killed them. They were forced to blink backwards. And like, if Blysk buys enough time, he's gonna get the Void Ray out.
Yeah, and there's only 2 Stalkers here. Okay, there's the blink. Oh my god!
Wow.
And he's only got enough to even warp in 1 Stalker and get another pylon down. Yeah, and medium blink on there. Yeah, well played. Whew. What?
Like, did you know? So before the game started, Frustration's like, look, I'm bad. Like, I'm not gonna qualify anyway. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, I'll play out the first game, but it's fine. And he won. And he didn't just take a game off of Blysk, right? Blysk just won a PvP against Pez, you know, like he's not like off his game or anything.
Yeah, no, it was just a good timing attack.
Yeah.
Oh. This tournament has just warped my brain of all perceptions of SCA/ANZ tour qualifiers ever.
Exactly, like, I'm sure everyone saw Frustration sign up and they're like, all right, like, that's like a fun meme, you know, it's cool that he's here, but like, he's not gonna qualify, right? But he's like, he can potentially take out some heavy hitters.
Alrighty.
Oh my god.
PvP is I would say the second worst matchup for Protoss at the moment with PvZ. Oh no, actually no, PvP is the worst matchup with Void Ray slightly making PvZ a bit better.
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's a lot that's meant to that has changed PvP, right? Like the introduction of the shield battery overcharge as well. But despite that, it just wasn't enough for Blysk in game 1.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see as we have here. Sporting in the bottom left of Oxide. Please to make sure. I guess he's feeling pretty rusty. Haha, gotta get that joke. But we have here, representing Malaysia, this is Blysk.
And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Oxide LE Frustration. Mate, this guy, he's got a festival to go to. He is the Australian Protoss player. He is teamless. We'll see what happens here. It is Frustration.
Alright, do we see something juicy coming out from Blysk? Do we see Stargate Proxy Robo here?
Do you risk it if you're Blysk, right? Like,
I mean, it's the upper bracket. So, that's the question.
Yeah, that's the question, right? Oh my god, we've entered a world, the timeline, where it's possible that Frustration is gonna knock out the best player in Singapore.
Yeah. Not even the second best player in Singapore's here.
Yeah, goddammit, Yaku.
Wow, okay, just completely take out Claire though.
I mean, he's hailing the Malaysian flag these days, alright? Like, he's,
okay.
it's complicated when it comes to Claire.
Oh, well, no, there's Nem.
Ooh, you know what? I would rate Yaku higher than them right now.
Yeah, because Yaku's actually playing.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I miss Nem.
Yeah, I do as well. And I mean, we'll see what happens this game. So far, like, it's pretty standard coming out from both of these players. I don't know what it is, but the majority of the time we have this, right? One player goes Stalkers, the other Adepts.
Yeah, and it's usually the person ahead that wants to get, especially I was casting PvP earlier, Leo versus Justice Simon. Exact same build, not exact same build order, but exact same openings. In the second game, you know, the person who's up 1-0 going for the more aggressive opener with the with the two Adepts, whereas player was down the game went for the more defensive 2 Stalkers. But you know, but then Justice Simon went mass Adepts and somehow won. But yeah, interesting enough, you know, but it looks like Frustration's just gonna get 3 Adepts here. Go for that Robo, the Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Yup. Yup.
We saw Frustration use DTs to great effect against Upley, and it looks like he wants to whip them out here versus Blysk, and this could definitely work. We do see that it is going to be, you know, with a War Prism as well, so if the DTs don't deal any damage, he can just turn them into Archons as well.
Yeah. And it's the great versatility of having a DT opener. But actually from Blysk, this actually could do a little bit of damage, can pick up the more aggressive units.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, Blysk, he should be able to trade better here, especially because Frustration has 2 Adepts, right?
Yeah. And it forces the Warpins at home for Frustration, you know. Has got that War Prism out. DT Shrine's almost done. Like, now he has to wait for a Warpin to come in. And Blysk, he hasn't gone for the Observer, he's just gone for the
Immortal.
Prism.
Yeah, like Blysk, he does not have detection right now. He is chronoing out his Observer. We'll see what Frustration decides to target down with his DT, but at the moment he's just going for Workers.
Yeah, he is. And just be careful here. Now the second DT is out. Surprisingly, he didn't go to, you know, try and snipe the Robo. Here. Oh, Blysk, what are you doing?
Oh, he loses a couple more probes, and so far he's only lost 1 DT, so Frustration, he actually has gotten some decent damage here with his DTs, and yeah.
Hey, Light. Oh, so, you want to just look at the natural Frustration? Tell me what's wrong there.
Alright, I saw this earlier, but, like, Frustration hasn't done anything about it. He sees it as well. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. That's okay there. Psychic.
God damn it. So Frustration, he finally deals with the pile, and it's been there for quite some time. And what's surprising to me is that Blysk, he still hasn't gone for an expand. Like, he's still only on 1 base.
Well, today I learned that having a shield battery in your middle line against DTs is absolutely useless.
Oh yeah. DT's just one shot. Oh my god, this is too much. Like, Blysk is all in at this point, right? Like,
yeah.
He's on 1 base. Like, he's on 12 workers as well.
Oof.
Is this happening?
Can we get some big oofs in the chat, please?
Oh, there's no defensive shield batteries though.
Oh. Yeah, and actually, if he can navigate his way... Okay, no, he didn't. Finish that... Oh my god, actually, Blysk, yeah, you can trade well. And there's no TT in the middle line. Blysk's down to 13 workers. The shield battery is up, but the second wall is out here for frustration. But there's already a couple high ground vision to try and blank it out. The shield's already down.
Yeah.
Oh, probe's getting pulled as well. Oh my god.
I love this from frustration. He knows like how much economic damage he's done. He can afford to pull probes, and he has to do everything he can to hold right now. Again, he's so close to taking this win, but the Warp Prism micro as well.
Yup. That's the one advantage that Blysk has. He can Warp Prism micro for days. As now, 2 Warp Gates do get unpowered. Observer's out, but you know what? That's not exactly what you need right now. And Blysk, I think he's done it. There's I think there's one DT.
He's not the observer of Blysk. Blysk has no detection. This one DT can clean everything up.
Ooh. Yeah, Blysk coroning out. And now, yeah, to be honest, you just go for economic damage now, don't you? Or go for a recall. But I don't think he has got... Okay, yeah. Sacrifice that one Stalker. But now they're on even workers.
Exactly, we're on even workers. Frustration does have a base advantage, and that was so clutch. That's why Frustration, he chronoed out an Observer, just so he could kill Blysk Observer.
Oh wow, even that Stalker survives.
Yeah, the Stalker manages to escape, and Frustration, he got a little bit too ambitious with those DTs. It means that his base is vulnerable. Would you have the Immortal coming in again?
This is where you try and like snipe the DT shrine. Oh, and these servers here now for Blysk, so these DTs. Oh, but the Immortal goes down.
Oh, the Immortal does go down. There is a massive warp in though, and like there's just not enough army here for Frustration. Like I think, he spent his warpins on the DTs, but they got focused down.
GG. Blysk taking game number 2. Whew.
That was so close.
That was. Oof.
Oh my god, just a couple of things, right? Like honestly, Frustration, if he had like shield batteries ready at his natural, or maybe if he had like committed and like killed like the entire economy for Blysk, so that he had no income to make more overseers or observers or something, right? Like that was so close.
Yeah, it was. Looks like Just Summon and Psycho is still going on. Oh, fuck Lau going 2-0 against Nefarious, and we'll now going into the qualifying match against the winner of this one. Let's check that lower bracket.
Yeah. I did want to quickly touch on that. Like, fuck Lau, like he is like a very solid Vietnamese Protoss player. A lot of him consider him like as good as, if not better than Justice Simon. It's a bit up in the air because Stuck Lau, he usually only plays in Outdies, not so much outside of that. But yeah, he's an incredibly good player, so it's cool to see him doing well.
Yeah.
As we are getting ready for Game 3.
So, yep. Getting into the lobby now, and it's going to be Death Aura. Somehow I thought this map wasn't in the map pool. Maybe because it was, I haven't played on it since the new season. So maybe it's banned. So people don't like Death Aura for some reason.
Yeah. I mean, personally, I enjoyed Janatha. Or Jananatha? I can't remember what it's called.
Jaganantha.
Yeah. I enjoyed that one a lot more than Death Aura, as the other map with speed zones.
Well, speaking of speed zones, we're speeding through this series as we have here spotting in the top left of Death Aura LE, the Blue Protoss, representing Singapore. Give it up for the one, the only. Here's Blysk.
And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Death Aura LE, we have the Australian Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing himself as he is teamless. It is Frustration.
Well, speaking of Frustration, we have 2 probes going across the map, a Forge in our production tab, so it's just a Forge expand, right? Like, it's gotta be Kappa.
We'll see how good he is because he spots it.
Oh my god,
he sees it.
All right, well, the second probe's going to be coming in now.
Oh my god, and he cancels and throws down a gateway at home.
And blocks them out from getting high ground vision. Oh, you got a feel for that. And now that immediately puts Frustration behind in terms of tech. So now he has to wait for 2 gateways. Whereas Blysk, he only went for the 1 gateway, but he's going to have his tech up even further because he threw down the Cybercore.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, Frustration, he was completely shut down by Blysk. Blysk, he had this inkling that, you know what, like maybe there will be a cannon rush or something. So it was really cool that he went to check and was able to stop that from happening.
Yeah. Well, we do have a proxy from Frustration, and at this position, I feel like it might be the proxy Stargate. Could be the proxy Robo, but just at that position feels more like the proxy Stargate.
Yeah, definitely. Like, this is a really good position because it's really close by air. So you can just go in with an Oracle or what have you, maybe even Void Rays.
I was like, he has the minerals. Why isn't he? No, he's still waiting for his Cybercore to finish. All right, there we go. Yeah, and it is the proxy Stargate.
Yep.
But Blysk going for his own Stargate, and it's a bit earlier.
Oh yeah, yeah. So we could end up in this weird situation where they both send oracles to each other's spaces. We'll see if Blysk is big brain enough to go for a Phoenix first. Like a little bit more of a defensive play. Like that actually be pretty amazing if he decides to do that. Yeah, we'll see. As Frustration did sneak in and he does scout the Stargate.
Yeah. Well, but Blysk did get in and got 3 probe kills. With that adapt and might even sneak in more, but no, it's going to be blocked off.
Oh, and this
Proxy Void Rays.
Yeah, this is interesting. So Blysk, he's going for an Oracle, which is kind of what we would expect. Frustration not going for an Oracle, Void Rays instead.
I mean, what is this? Is this I feel like we're back in the Wings of Liberty there. Right? You know.
Yeah.
Rays being a thing.
We'll see how many Frustration gets, whether he gets 2 or 3, and how well they're gonna do. Because, like, in a PvP, I feel like Stalkers are decent against Void Rays. So in high enough numbers, they should be able to deal with it, and it's gonna take a while for Frustration to, you know, push out with them.
Oh. Luckily, the reactions are quick there for Frustration using that 1 pro, but you know, if he wasn't paying attention, that could have been his entire mineral line just gone.
Oh yeah, definitely. So Frustration was on point with his mineral line defense. Meanwhile, we do have the 2nd Void Ray on the way. We'll see if he gets a 3rd Void Ray or if he just decides to go out, push out with what he has. And if he does, I guess there is an opportunity. I say that there is a shield battery at the natural. Overcharge is available as well. It's going to be hard to get some damage done, but it is possible.
Yeah. And prismatic alignment as well. You know, where's the shield? Where's the overcharge? You need it.
Where is the overcharge? Oh my god.
Yeah, he's not. Maybe he hasn't got energy. It's 30. Yeah, he doesn't have energy.
Oh my god. What? He didn't have energy. So just like that, 2-3 Stalkers have been focused down. And if the other 2 fall, like there's not too much that can really contend with the Void Ray.
But you know, these Void Rays didn't focus down the whatchamacallit, the Immortals. So the ground army here for Frustration is not going to be the best. taking it down. And, oh. Okay, he needs to get it.
Oh god, and there it is.
Shield Barry's getting focused.
It is getting focused. Meanwhile, only one Stalker remains. The Void Ray gets focused down, and one Stalker is left alive, and it's just in range of the overcharge.
Oh my god. Yeah, and all the Stalkers are dead here for, Frustration is just these two Adepts. Which are gonna try and come in. The third Void Ray joins, but I don't think this is what Frustration was after here.
Yeah, there was definitely an opportunity for him. To be fair, Overcharge has run out, and he's still able to focus down these Stalkers, only 2 remaining. And so far, he's been able to keep all 3 of his Void Rays alive. But it loses 1.
Yeah, finally one goes down, but there's no shield barriers. Just this Immortal that's stopping them against this, the ground army from completely taking over. And now the probes are getting focused here. Pylons as well.
Yeah, the last Stalker gets taken out, and now we're just waiting for the Warpins. There we go, 2 Warpins at the natural, so there will be 2 Stalkers remaining for Blysk. But again, it's so difficult to try to take on 2 Void Rays like this.
Blysk, he's trying to micro his way. If only Immortal shut up.
If only they could shoot up another...
but still.
Yeah.
Oh, so close. Getting one more Void Ray, but now he wants to go in. No shield battery overcharge, 1 Void Ray going down, the third one still in the way. And now prismatic alignment again.
Yeah.
Oh, shield battery overcharge.
There was a bit of miss micro there, unfortunately. Things getting a little bit chaotic, and it looks like
probes.
Yeah, Blysk and the probes are going to be able to push this army back.
Alright, well, new Void Ray joins, but yeah, he needs to back off here.
Yeah, like even though Blysk has lost a lot of workers and things have been, you know, pretty chaotic in his bases, he's still ahead. Like he's got 2 Nexuses, he's got a high worker count.
Alright, the Immortal will stay alive here. That's more Warp-ins. I don't know, just this Immortal is doing so much. Like,
Yeah,
he's got 12 kills and will finally go down, but now there's no Void Rays.
Yeah, I think that's it. Like, we did see Frustration who was trying to focus down all the Stalkers, and earlier there was definitely an opportunity for him, but now, like, Blysk, he's stabilized, he's got a decent Stalker count, he's got more shield batteries, he has 3 at his natural, and Frustration, what does he have? He has a couple of Gateway units and a single Void Ray.
Yeah. Single Void Ray, a Dream, and a couple of army units.
Yeah, that's all Frustration has. Again, like, he's still only on 1 base. Like, he never expanded, he never made more workers. Like, he's got to end it here and now with what he has.
GG, and Blysk is going to advance into that qualifying match.
GG.
GG. I like Rudderbuck in chat. Man, Void's a cancer in all matchups. Yes. Yes, they are.
Pretty much. And yeah, the chat's catching up again. Like, Frustration, he did, I do want to say there was a little bit of miss micro there. I do think he could have traded a little bit more efficiently, and I think if he did so, I definitely think he could have won that game. Things were snowballing in his favor, but Blysk, he never gave up. He was unrelenting.